Hi, Paul here. Welcome to my series on walking, the benefits of walking, some of the benefits that we know about, some of the benefits might be a little bit more obscure, how we can create good habits around walking. I'm looking at why walking in the countryside is better than walking in the city. Today I'm going to be looking at habit forming, how we can create good habits around walking daily. A lot of my source material from this is a writer called James Clear, who wrote a book called Atomic Habits. It's one of my favourite books for explaining the science behind habit forming, in this case the neuroscience, and I'm going to put a link underneath this video to where you can buy that book, because I certainly would recommend it. So why is it that sometimes if we decide we want to be fit and we want to get healthier, we can go to the gym for an hour every day, we can start to see the difference, and then after a week our brains will almost get bored, the novelty will wear off, and we'll go back to where we were? Well, the brain is composed of lots of belief systems. These belief systems are like the rules by which we live, and they are set at quite a deep level. So let's say you have a belief system which says, I can't be happy unless I'm married. Any information that conflicts with that belief system, your brain is likely to reject. So therefore, if you haven't walked for a while, for whatever reason, your brain probably has some belief systems. I'm too unfit to walk. I won't enjoy it. I'm too busy to walk. My legs aren't strong enough. These are all belief systems we have that will stop you from actually enjoying exercise. Now you can push through it for a week. You know, when you feel determined and motivated and want to diet, you can push through these belief systems, but they're likely only to last for a week. You know, if you're trying to do a behavior that completely conflicts with your belief system, your brain is sooner or later going to reject it. So we need to start changing these belief systems. So first of all, in order to change your belief systems, you need to give your brain evidence that things are changing. So an hour a day, if you've done no exercise for a long time, is quite hard for your brain to cope with. That change is too much. So we need to introduce it little by little. So if you have, let's say you come up with a habit that you're going to exercise 5 minutes every morning before breakfast. You do that consistently every day, your belief system starts to change. So you start to think of yourself as someone who does exercise, and then your brain doesn't reject it when you increase the amount. I hope that makes sense. And there are tricks along the way to make sure that you can enjoy this process. So for example, I quite often walk with an audiobook. I have headphones and I put in an audiobook, so I'm starting to associate walking with listening to a chapter of my book, and reading is something I don't get much time for generally in my normal life. James Clear talks about how in order to create a habit, we need to make that habit easier. So if you wanted to be walking every day and you think, I'm going to walk in the morning when I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, make it easier for yourself. So have your sports gear there ready to go, have your trainers by the door, have your bottles of water filled up. It makes it easier to do it. You also need to make it more accessible. So sometimes that whole process of going to the gym in the morning and the rigmarole that goes around it makes it less appealing. But if going for a walk is as simple as walking outside of your front door, your brain's likely to engage with it more. If you're trying to change your belief system that you're a more healthy, fit person, put things around your house that have that association. Bottles of water around the house, a fruit bowl on the dining room table, things that remind you that your identity and your belief systems are different, and your brain will start to slowly adjust to this new way of thinking. And then when you start to up the amount of walking that you're doing, your brain will think it's fine. This fits in with my identity, it fits in with my belief system, and it will start to enjoy the process because you have harmony in your brain. When you get to that, you can increase by...
Take the next left.
Oh, hang on. You can increase your exercise by like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It doesn't take long to do, maybe about 3 weeks, and you've got good habits ingrained. The other thing that James Clear talks about is something called habit stacking. Now this is because sometimes it's difficult for your brain to kind of almost remember to do habits, but keep those associations strong. Now, we already have lots of habits in our life. You have a habit of waking up in the morning, you have a habit of having a shower in the morning, you have a habit of feeding the cats, or you have a habit of always having a bath when you get in from a long day at work. So in order to habit stack, you just associate walking with one of those habits that you've already got. So let's say you always have a habit of, I don't know, watching television after you've eaten your dinner, and you go and sit down for half an hour to watch TV before you clean up. If that's your habit, your new habit could be, I always sit down and I watch television and then I go out to have a 15-minute walk. And if you attach new habits to existing ones, they are more likely to stick. Like I said, this book is just brimmed full of all of these, and I'm just trying to apply some of these to walking because I truly
Take the next left.
I truly believe that if we're walking every day, our mental health, our physical health is going to be...
Now turn left.
I hope that helps. I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.